All right, today is going to be a good time. This podcast is absolutely insane. It's called The Necessary Conversation. And a family, a mom and a dad who are MAGA, and a son and a daughter, they all talk every week about the news. The mom and the dad are like super MAGA. Okay, I know that we view all of MAGA as like in a cult because, don't get me wrong, and they're in a cult, but there's levels to this, right? And this is level maximum, okay? The dad specifically is gone. I mean, he's on another planet, doesn't know what reality he's on, probably believes like the COVID vaccine was this or that, the 2020 election was stolen, Trump has a plan, he's going to be like president forever. Okay, he is fully gone. The son and the daughter every single week talk about the news and try to like convince them to not be MAGA because they are clearly Democrats, or at least, you know, they know that Donald Trump is a complete fraud and like the worst president ever. And I recently reacted to this exact same podcast, to different clips of the same podcast. You guys really enjoyed it, so I want to run it back for part 2. If this is content, this style of content, if you enjoy this, like reacting to podcasts or insane MAGA clips, let me know in the comments down below. I'll do more of them. And while you're at it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. It goes such a long way. All right, we're going to start. I have like 4 or 5 clips here. We'll play them and we'll talk about them. Let's start.
In these 23,000 emails, let's just say that that's a random cross-section of all of Jeffrey Epstein's emails. 23,000 of them, though, is a pretty big chunk, and Donald Trump's name appears more than any other person.
Yeah, and it probably happened early on before he got his little island up and running.
No, I know the reason.
And Barack Obama is who is behind all of the child.
No one is letting me speak.
Barack Obama married a transsexual.
Okay. That's nothing to do with this. Look at John's.
You're completely deflecting from the point that was made in this video.
No, I'm ready to answer
Mom's
this.
gonna answer.
The reason his name is in there more than anybody else is because they have found out that Donald Trump was an informant for the FBI.
Delusion. I mean, we are at a level of delusion that I never thought possible. It still stuns me every single day. I mean, the inability to believe. And Donald Trump could truly, there could be a video of Donald Trump shooting somebody on Fifth Ave. They would come up with an excuse. I don't even understand how you have conversations with individuals like this. I'm going to leave the link in the description for this podcast, their Instagram. Show them some love. The son and the daughter are doing great work here, and this is a really good podcast.
Is this a charade? Like, you're kidding, right?
No.
Mom, Dad, I know, whatever. You believe, like, horseshit. You have to be kidding, right, Mom?
I read that on 5 different sites today, that Trump was the FBI informant that took Epstein down.
My God. Add it to the list, folks. Donald Trump, he's God. I mean, he can do everything. He can do everything, except like when he can't end the war within 24 hours, it's not his fault. When he can't get inflation down, it's not his fault. When the unemployment rate is rising, it's not his fault. Anytime there's something wrong, it's not his fault. It's actually, he has no control over that. He's the president, but there's other people in the deep state preventing him, the Democrats preventing him. But when he does something right, it's because he's God. I mean, he can do no wrong. He single-handedly took down Jeffrey Epstein. Let's go to the next clip. This one's a little more intense. This is about Mark Kelly and the seditious 6. These individuals who have sacrificed their life, frankly, for the United States, or have spent so much of their life fighting for this country, and made that video calling for the military to ignore lawful orders. Let's listen.
Mark Kelly, who was a veteran, and then he was like thrown out there. He was in space. What does that have to do with the price of eggs? The space?
Because he's devoted his life to this country.
In any other country, if he would go on the TV and spout that shit off, he would be executed.
That's not true.
That's not true at all.
He's a traitor.
It's not true, number one, but also just how can you not see how cult-like that is? That somebody who serves this country, who's so devoted to this country, but has different viewpoints on literally anything, it's like they need to bow down to the king. You are so lost. All of your values are antithetical to what it means to be an American. You're anti-American at that point, if that's what you believe.
Should members of military follow unlawful orders?
Yes.
What?
They should follow any order that the president gives.
That's
and the
correct.
government gives.
That's wrong.
Even if it breaks laws?
It will endanger other people if you don't follow orders.
What if President Trump orders a squad of army guys to walk down the street killing anyone they see? They should do it?
Yes.
Mom?
Yes.
What?
I don't even understand. Like, how can you come to that conclusion?
It sounds to me like you lefties are now beginning to fear the fact that the military is going to get involved and your asses are grass.
Okay. I don't know if this clip was in the last video. Regardless, I mean, it's still equally as stunning, I guess. These are psychological issues. I hate to be that person, that guy. I'm huge about mental health. If any of you are following me on TikTok or you see some of my TikTok lives, I talk a lot about mental health, how important it is. I went to an outpatient program for depression right when I was starting social media. I've had a long journey with mental health, just like everybody else. When we reach this level, when this guy is talking about how it sounds like his own kids are scared, lefties are scared that the military is going to start killing them, essentially is what he's saying here. I mean, something is very wrong. And maybe it was started by this like Donald Trump movement, this cult movement that has just caused him to become this person. Regardless, holy shit. Yeah, no. Obviously, the military should not follow unlawful orders. You should be, your oath is to the Constitution, not the president.
Should these Democrats be executed?
Yes, 100%. And they're all traitors.
Mom, do you believe they should be executed?
I don't think they should be executed, but they should be arrested. What they're doing is treason. I want to read this. I do like this statement. Lindsey Graham. What he is saying to these people, you owe that to the men and women of the military to be specific about what you are talking about. What these senators and House members did was unnerving, and it is unconscionable. I can't say that word.
Unconscionable.
To suggest that the president of the United States is issuing unlawful orders without giving an example. They can't even say what these unlawful orders are. This reminds me too of when military go AWOL, missing in action. It's a felony. They get put in jail.
Absent without leave.
Absent without leave. They get put in jail and a felony. I think these people have committed a crime because they did it in a commercial to insinuate that President Trump is doing something unlawful. He's not. What is it?
That doesn't even make any sense. Like, I'm sorry, the latter half of that didn't make any sense. They didn't do anything illegal. They didn't even suggest that Trump was giving an unlawful order for the military to carry out. They said if there is unlawful orders that the president gives, do not carry them out. If you disagree with that and you think that that's like a political statement inherently, you're like, oh, you're such a Democrat. I feel like that says more about you and how you think about these things than anyone else. You should look in the mirror. And also, like, what, again, this constant notion that people can go to jail or be sued, almost she's like going down this realm of, oh, they went on TV and suggested Trump did something he didn't do, so they should be arrested for that. Authoritarianism, fascism. I mean, Trump is doing unlawful things right now, right? And if she believes that if you say that, you should be arrested or sued, I mean, outlandish, absurd. Let's go to
Think he has to follow the law or not?
I think he has to stop the drugs coming into our country to save lives.
Okay, you're not answering my question.
That he is the president in charge of our country. And if he feels our country is in danger or our citizens, he needs to stop it by blowing up the ships.
Okay, by breaking the law.
That's not breaking the law.
All right, we're never going to see eye to eye on that. It might be. We don't know. We don't know who's on those boats. We don't know what the intel is. They are being less than transparent. You would agree at the very least on that?
No, they're blowing up ships with drugs on it.
They're not showing us any of the intelligence to back up that claim. Anyone could be on those boats.
They're saying it's drugs and drug people.
I agree. They are showing no proof of that to anyone, including Congress.
Well, the 7 that said that went and made their little commercial, they're not showing any proof either of what they were stating. What illegal orders has our president given? None.
They didn't say he has. They said, if that happens, you are obligated to not follow the order.
Yeah, oh God, it's crazy how the party that supposedly fought for for small government, more transparency, be done with the endless wars. The executive branch, I mean, Donald Trump and his cabinet are committing war crimes pretty clearly here by eviscerating boats in international waters. I mean, $750,000 missiles scorching and eviscerating people. We have no evidence as to why, what they're doing, who's on these boats. The answer and the legal reason, the legal justification behind it is because we said so. So trust us. Take our word for it. And the small government people, the people who are like, we're tired of the government lying to us and we need smaller government and don't tread on me, are like, yes, we'll just take them at their word. Donald Trump says that they're bad, so they must be bad. Just this blind faith in whatever Donald Trump does. Absurd. Let's go to the last clip.
Is it okay for ICE to be targeting Christian churches?
If there's a murderer, someone that needs to be taken down and drug people, yeah, get them out of there.
There's not.
Get them anywhere they are, any way you can.
There's somebody in that church that's rotten.
So you're totally fine with them raiding churches?
Yeah.
If an illegal is in there hiding.
Of course they are. They've raided children's daycares. They don't give a You guys don't care.
No, that illegal was a bad person that ran
care.
into the daycare not to be arrested.
That's
we
not
don't
right.
care about people who are hiding out who don't belong in this country.
They're not hiding out. These are people going to church. Mom, let me ask you this.
Yeah, they're hiding out in the church.
Let me ask you this. What do you think Jesus Christ would say about churches being raided by ICE?
Why are you turning religion?
It's about churches. I mean, the whole conversation is about churches, but this is pretty reasonable considering these people all scream about Jesus and religion and evangelical Christians. Donald Trump is a man of God and all of the, I mean, it's fundamental to this. And the question is, what would Jesus Christ think about mass men running around and grabbing people and throwing them into vans and disappearing them? Sometimes children, sometimes these people are detained, if they're U.S. citizens, they're detained for long periods of time. If they're not U.S. citizens, they don't get due process. I mean, it's chaos. Everybody is treated like shit. It's so inhumane and gross. Cruelty is the policy. What would Jesus Christ think? He would be.
You said, I'm not a religious person and I don't believe in God. That's hilarious.
I'm not turning it on you. They're raiding churches.
Ooh.
What would Jesus Christ say about ICE raiding churches?
He would say, if the bad people are in there, go get them.
I don't think Jesus Christ would say that. If I had to put money on it, I don't think so. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is just, what a crazy podcast. If you guys enjoy these reaction videos, once again, let me know in the comments down below. I'll do more of them. Make sure you like and subscribe on this video and the links to this podcast, the necessary conversation. There'll be links in the description. Go check them out. Great people. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.